Welcome to the GodShow.us Daily. Retirement Match Night. One comfortable assumption is laced up for the last time. One question. 15 traditions. The assumption does not leave the same.
This podcast comes from thegodshow.us, a free daily multilingual project where one question gets taken through 15 wisdom traditions. Find today's question, ask your own, and discover your personal belief profile at thegodshow.us. Today's question, is there a difference between giving someone the gift they asked for and giving them a gift? Scale it. One afternoon, you deliver the item, everyone smiles, done. One decade, you're reliable, accurate, and somehow nobody feels known. One life. Did you ever actually choose to give anything? Is there a difference between giving someone the gift they asked for and giving them a gift? Stoicism goes straight for the throat. The asked-for gift is a transaction wearing a bow. You discharged a debt, nothing more. The unasked gift costs you something real. Judgment, courage, the willingness to see another person clearly enough to choose. Stoicism's word for compliance dressed as generosity is something closer to fraud.
That's a punishing read. Most of us are standing in the DMV of gift giving, clutching our little number, waiting to be called. We delivered what was requested, we didn't cause harm. Stoicism treats that like a crime against virtue.
Judaism complicates it in a more humane direction. Rabbi Akiva says when she tells you what she needs, you're finally hearing her, and hearing is where love begins. Rabbi Tarfon says, but you also just got let off the hook. You stood at the door of her wanting without ever having to knock. The Talmud is still arguing in the margins, and honestly, both rabbis are describing a version of me.
Taoism does something quieter. The asked-for gift fits only the hole you measured, only that size, only that moment. A surprise has nowhere to enter a room that's already furnished. The asking itself forecloses the gift. And then Buddhism's entire answer is 4 words: your open hand at rest. They filed the paperwork and left.
The pop culture oracle gave us the trembling water glass from Jurassic Park, the ripple appearing before anyone knew to look. You asked for the goat gets eaten. What arrives instead is enormous, alive, moving towards you before you thought to prepare. It's a weird image for an unasked gift, but it genuinely works. You don't see it coming because you were looking at the list.
Sufism and Epicurus both indict the asking itself, but from completely different engines. Sufism says what you requested was already a ceiling. The beloved gives what your hands cannot hold, and the request was the limitation. Epicurus gets there through the body. The unasked fig set beside your wine finds you before desire can tarnish it. One is surrender to the infinite, the other is sensory precision. The routes couldn't be more different, which makes it stranger that they both arrive somewhere that burns the wish list.
Christianity's version wrecked me. A woman bakes her son the heel of the bread for 30 years. He always asked for it since age 4. One winter, he comes home hollow-eyed. She cuts him the heel without a word. He eats it standing up, coat still on, and weeps. He had asked for it his whole life. He had never once received it. That is the entire question in one scene.
CEO. The gift was right every time. The receiving never happened until she saw him. Not the request, him. Which means it was never about what's in the box. It's about what active attention produced it. Cynicism is outside right now, yelling that you handed someone a list, they circled an item, you paid for it, and you want a laurel. Not entirely wrong.
I thought this was a question about gifts. It got under my skin around the Christianity answer, because I can name every requested thing I've delivered this year. I'm having more trouble naming the unasked ones. Tomorrow's question is already waiting at thegodshow.us.
The retirement match is over. Your assumption, the one that said delivered equals given, has thrown in the towel. It's sitting in the corner with a towel on its head, wrapped exactly as requested, which is exactly the problem. The GodShow.us is free. It goes up every day in multiple languages, and it keeps going because listeners like you subscribe, share it, or drop something in the tip jar at thegodshow.us. TheGodShow.us would like to thank our sponsor, Typeset.us. When generic web typography is letting you down, refine your work for free using Typeset.us. And thanks to DYorkMusic.com for our dark rock intro tune. The open hand at rest appreciates it. See you tomorrow for our take on The God Show's question of the day.